Hello, beloved. I want to thank you so much for coming back to my channel today. If today is your first time, I do want to welcome you. On today's episode, we will be taking it step by step as usual. I hope that you will enjoy the making today. May God richly bless you, and remember that life without Jesus Christ is lifeless. Until next time, please keep watching.
Hello everyone, I hope everybody is doing well today. So on today's episode, I'm going to show you how I make my oil rice recipe, and I'm going to flavor that with my salted beef, and which is normally known as Toloo beef. Okay, this video is long overdue, but today we are going to make that recipe. Okay, so over here I have sliced some jalapenos and just a little bit, I'll say half of habanero pepper, just to flavor the rice and give it that spiciness. And here I have diced some onions. Over here I'm just gonna add a little bit of my chicken bouillon seasoning to give it flavor. You will need water, and here I have my coconut oil, and finally I do have my rice, my basmati rice. Okay, so for the rice I have about 2.5 cups, and here are the ingredients. So if you're interested, please stay tuned and let me show you how I make this amazing delicious recipe. May God richly bless you. Until next time, please keep watching. So here I have my oven at medium heat, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pour a little bit of the coconut oil. So I'll say this is about 2 tablespoons of that. The next thing we'll be doing now is to go ahead and pour our sliced onions. At the same time, I'm going to add my jalapenos and my habanero peppers. Now I'm going to add my salted beef. Let it saute with the ingredients very beautifully. And now I'll add my chicken bouillon seasoning. So I'm going to allow this to cook for about 5 minutes, just to have the beef cook with it, and then we'll come back and add in the rice. Please keep watching as we do that. So here I'm just simply washing away all the starchiness from the rice. You want to make sure that when you add water to your rice, the water is as clear as possible. So it's been 5 minutes. I'm simply going to add my rice and then stir everything together. I already have an Angwamu video or oil rice video. If you are looking for a plain Angwamu, you can check that video out. This is another version of Angwamu with the Toloo beef, okay, or the salted beef flavor. So let's give that a stir. It smells so good. This recipe is so delicious. Make sure you give it a try and let me know how it goes for you. So I'm gonna allow the oil to kind of cook the rice a little bit for about 2 minutes, and then when that is done, I'm gonna come back and add a little bit of water. So I'll go ahead and cover it up and allow it to cook for about 2 minutes. So here I'm just going to stir the rice a little bit. This is what I wanted. Just allow your rice to not get soggy when it's cooked. So at this point, what I'll be doing is I'll be adding a little bit of water in there. Let's go ahead and give it a little stir. Remember that the beef we are using is salted, okay? So taste before you add your salt, okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and cover it up again and allow it to slowly cook. You can lower your heat a little bit and allow it to cook. We'll be checking up on it in the next 5 minutes until it's completely cooked. So it's been 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and check up on the rice. It's cooking very beautifully. So I'm just going to give it a little stir. See how it's not soggy and it's just cooking very beautifully? That is how you want your Angwamu to be. So be very careful how much water you put inside your Angwamu, and also try to lower your heat so it can take its time to cook without getting burned from the bottom, okay? So here I'm not going to add any more water. I still want to retain the flavor and I want my rice to come out non-sticky, okay? So I'm just going to cover it up and allow it to continue to cook. I'll give it an additional 5 minutes and I believe that by then our rice will be cooked. So please keep watching as we do that. So it's been 5 minutes and I'm just checking back on the rice. Mine looks close to cook, very close to cook, okay? But just in case you are cooking a larger quantity of this rice and after maybe 20 minutes it's not cooked, just go ahead and sprinkle just a little bit of water. The idea is that you want to retain the flavor in the rice and you don't want it to get sticky. So you want to avoid putting in a lot of water. Okay, so just a little bit of water, sprinkle it on top of it and then stir it. And this will allow your rice to continue to get steamed and cook but not get soggy. So as you can see, the rice is not sticky at all, okay? It has separated very beautifully. I just want you all to know that if you are learning how to cook, you can use this to practice your cooking skills. Also, most of my Ghanaian bachelots, they like this dish a lot because it doesn't require a lot of ingredients. The timing is very precise. And the cooking is super simple. That's why they just love cooking this dish. It's just that whenever you are cooking it, you can either cook it plain or give it a little twist with this beef that I'm using or whatever. You can even cook it with canned fish and it will still come out very good. So I have different variation of this dish on my channel. I have the Angwamu combo. I'm making this flavor with the Toloo beef and then I have the plain one. So make sure you give it all a try and tell me how, whether the cooking experience was very enjoyable or how the flavor of each rice tastes like. I'd like your feedback. So let's continue to allow our rice to cook. It should take about, I would say, less than 5 minutes. And then we can go ahead and start serving. Hello everyone, I want to thank you all so much for staying tuned and learning how to make this delicious, amazing recipe. As you saw, the making was extremely simple. Should you have any questions, please leave them down below for me and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I want to remind you all that the notification button on your upper right hand side corner to see my new uploaded videos, please go ahead and click on it. Also, please do not forget to subscribe and share this recipe with friends and loved ones. I appreciate your love and support. So this is it. Make sure you give this recipe a try and tell me all about it. I'd love to know. Toloo beef Angwamu recipe, or oil rice salted